Hey y'all, we are 5 minutes out from the start of, what stage is this even? 8? Stage 8. This is the biggest one yet. This is the second biggest stage in the race in terms of elevation gain. I think probably be the second biggest in terms of overall time. And we've all been talking a lot about stage 15 because that one does Telegraph and Galibier in one together. But I think because of that, because of the focus on that, a lot of people don't really have their eyes on this one fully. And I think some people are going to get caught out, especially people who maybe went a little too deep yesterday. Now, I lost a ton of time yesterday by being in that in this time slot, the 0030 time slot. I've kind of just accepted that just is what it is. It makes the most sense for me to do that time slot, like as a streamer and as an American. So I'm just gonna stick with that most days. I will say I'm thinking about talking about the days makes no sense because it's different. Like I'm at Friday here, but you guys in Europe it's Saturday. Anyway, the stage 9, I'm thinking about doing that one in the fast time slot. That would actually make it so that Saturday is my recovery day, or is my rest day, whatever. Yeah, rest day rather than Monday. I don't know. Let me know if you guys want to see that. That should be a pretty interesting stage. It's labeled hilly. It basically has like one big hill in the middle, and then you kind of finish on a plateau at the top of the hill. I don't know. I might try that, but so I think the guys that are going to suffer, it's not going to be the guys that are going to suffer today. So Laverick is out today. I believe he's doing some like real life hill climbs this weekend. So that's one like huge mountain goat out of the way. And then you got kind of the top tier guys like Horminghausen, who is he's an actual like pro Conti rider from Germany. You got Deca, who's always putting it down. You got Jasper, powerhouse from Belgium. So like that tier of guys, I don't think it's going to suffer as much based on yesterday's effort. But then there's a set of guys that are kind of like one level below that maybe, like that are hanging on to that group mostly, but it's pretty hard. And only 32,000 watts got. I don't know. I got a lot of screens and a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of guys in that second tier down that have been doing the fast group that have benefited a lot from the draft of that fast group. But I think a lot of those guys may have overcooked it yesterday. Whereas my group went pretty steady, pretty tranquilo to the line. The fast group, so to speak, those guys really ripped it on yesterday's stage. And I think some of the guys who really worked to stick that front group may not have been fully aware of what, yeah. 32K, but like 20K of it is like straight up a mountain. So, oh shit. For reference, this is take the Vin Top route, the new big one on Zwift. Take Vin Top and then add 25% to it. That's what we're doing today. So, just gonna have to. Speaking of which, all right. So, gotta get my music going here. Forgive me if I don't talk as much today as I did yesterday. I knew yesterday would be a good day to chat it up. Got about 10K of run-in where I'll probably be chatty. And after that, I may have to just settle in, but here we go. Definitely got to make sure to get in the draft of the fast guys. It looks like Cadiz has abandoned us in this time slot. I'll also say, if anybody watching, if you notice my green screen getting weird, let me know. We are, yeah, Dave Broadman says he's getting a good night's sleep first. Can't blame you there, Dave. I did the same thing, and even took a nap today also. But yeah, I'm doing these at basically dusk here in America, so, and I'm not in a windowless chamber, so my the lighting in here changes a little bit as the sun's going down. It's hard to keep this whole thing looking real nice and clean. So I guess I'll go ahead and call my shot here. I think there's been a lot of debate today how long this stage is going to take most people. I think it's going to be interesting. So I think a formula is take your stage take your time from stage 5, double it, minus 15 minutes. We'll see how accurate that is. But that would put me right around an hour 40. And so I've definitely done races that are longer than this, but I have never really done a capacitative effort that was longer than this, if that makes sense. Like a fully just completely maxed out effort. That was evenly paced also. That's the other thing is this is basically once we hit the steep stuff, I'm going to try to disregard all these guys, lock into my pace switch. So getting to calling my shot, I'm going to say I'm going to pace it for 265, 270. And keep in mind that the steepest part of this climb is the very last part, of course. So I'm going to need to do the most wattage I've done all day. If I really want to capitalize on the pacing, I need to do the most wattage after almost 2 hours of straight grinding. It feels like, oh, and I also switched my stats and everything to be in kilometers since that's what the road book is in. It also, hey, no problem. Catagen's thanking me for another different video. Yeah, no problem. It feels like we're going slow, but I'm used to riding in miles per hour, not kilometers per hour. But I did switch it over mostly because the road book is in kph. But also, I think it's a little easier to judge a sprint. I think because it's a more granular, the intervals are smaller, it's easier to know there's a big difference between going at 300 meters and going at 250. Ooh, I need to get across this. Looks like we got a few guys wanting to keep it strong into the base of the climb, which I appreciate and respect. And this, I do not believe, is the start of the climb proper. But I will make sure to stay on that front group. These two guys are both strong. Been racing with them day in, day out. It does look like D. Cadiz has abandoned us for another time slot. He was another motor. And Samu, who's one of the fast guys, I think he took a look at this profile and said, no, thank you. Trying to ride as efficient as possible while I'm still getting some draft down here. I do think the big group, the 1830 BST, probably put significant time into us right here. But again, those guys that are driving the pace right here, I'm not really racing them. Like Deca, he's like 10 minutes off me. He's probably got 100 raw watts on my FTP. But those guys in sort of the second tier that I am battling with might do a little too much this early. So that's what I gotta watch for. I did not think we were hitting the climb proper this early, but maybe I was wrong. I thought it'd be about 10K of spinning before we really hit it. But hey, it is what it is. I did plan ahead today. I got 2 ice socks. I got food. I got a bottle of Scratch. Drader's in the chat saying he also didn't think the lead-in would be this gnarly, or he thought we'd have more lead-in. Yeah, it's weird. I think you're right, Blair. So I'm torn here. I don't want to sit up and lose time, but I also would like to roll with the bigger group if there's going to be 5K at least of flat stuff up here somewhere. What I gotta hope here is that someone like Deca in that fast group really rips this, blows the whole field to shreds, and then they're all doing a time trial from there after having done a really hard effort to try and stick him. Although now that I've said that, he's probably watching this and not gonna do it. We did have Jasper in the chat yesterday who won the sprint stage. What's up, Garza? Thanks, man. We're not even to the big climb yet. I think we got 5 kilometers, and then we start going up for real. This is just a amuse-bouche. Yo, thanks everybody for watching the streams, subscribing, all that. Appreciate it. The subscriber count has been sort of like slow but steady ticking up. Yeah, Garza, if you look right above me, it has the slope in the top right corner. 3.2 right here, 1.0. So when we hit the real climb, it averages double that. So that was not it. And I did not mean to drop Drader. Drader, get back on. There he is. Cool. I feel like Drader and I are kind of the motors here. Yeah, Garza, this one is going to be a grind. Garza said it looks like this sucks. This has not yet begun to suck. Gentlemen, this has not yet begun to suck ass. We've already got 200 yards on the next group on the road. I think this will be the stage where we're going to see participation and like stage completion. I think we got about David Daly says he's not looking forward to this, but he appreciates the stream. Me too. Me too. Not looking forward to this, but the stream will be fun. I think this will be the stage where like, I think we've had like 100 people-ish complete all 7 thus far, right around that. I'll take a pull on this false flat. I'll try and lock it in 4 or 5 or so. But I think this will be the stage where people start to say, I'm cooked and I'm out, or I'm over it mentally, or not even giving up, maybe finishing, but just not making it. Garza says he ate 2 oatmeal cream pies, and our heart rates are probably the same. This is actually a pretty high heart rate for it being this early, honestly. Ooh. Oh, so I'll throw this out there while I can still talk. On the audio front, I have got a new audio filter that uses my GPU, my graphics card, to filter out the noise with AI. Tested it yesterday, works pretty well. I was afraid to use it just like out the gate for a stage this long, because I think putting extra strain on my graphics card when I'm already streaming and it's sort of untested for like what could end up being 2 hours, probably not be wise. I don't want to be at an hour 40 and overheat my GPU. So I'm gonna test it this weekend, and my audio should be better next week. You know, fingers crossed. It'll take some of this fan noise out. The thing I can't do is back off the fan. I need the fan. Also, Garza, who is in the chat talking to me, just started streaming Twitch, playing Apex Legends. So go, if you're a fan of streaming, go watch Garza. He's a funny dude. Andrew_dreams. But he's inspired me look into multi-streaming. So like streaming here and on Twitch at the same time. Might also give that a go next week. Ugh. All right, eat early and often, so here's some gummy rings. Garza says, please subscribe. I don't know if he's talking about to me or to him, but I'll say both. So I got some of these sour gummy rings, bottle of Scratch, and some Welch's gummies. Garza says subscribe to both of us. I agree with that, so I guess right. David says he's hiding to watch this at work. Appreciate that, David. Oh yeah, Scott. Scott, I got 2 ice socks today. So this one, get me through the first hour. Then I got another one over here. If you watch, EF has been taking them in the tour. You'll see like the little brown stocking end sticking out of those pink jerseys, which I would think that EF would like take the initiative to get some pink ones made. I don't know. They normally they keep that aesthetic pretty tight. So, Botters, that's my suggestion. Yeah, I've thought, okay, Jimmy Space is actually looking to a blower. Yeah, the Rafa ice sock. $100 for a nylon stocking, but it's pink. I'd probably buy that. Yeah, Alan, this is it. I mean, so Alan Barton from my local area. Alan, it's either this or I can go ride with all the anti-maskers outside. Which, like, regardless of how you feel about COVID, there's a few guys who attend our local group rides in my area that I know are, like, licking doorknobs at Home Depot all day and stuff, so I don't know. I had asthma as a kid. I'm not really trying to risk it, and the science right now is basically like, even if you get better, it could knock 10 or 20% off your VO2 max, which I don't have any VO2 max to spare. Wow, we have some heated local cycling chat in here. So, yeah, being a real, like, what up, Corey? Holy shit. Corey Brandon's in the chat, former bandmate, longtime homie. Really Birmingham-centric chat today. Yeah, being the, like, type A maniac that I am, and not really having anything to focus on outside, like, okay, I could do the random, like, things that are not canceled, but do you want to build, even if I was like, I don't care, I'll get COVID, whatever, even if that was my attitude, I don't want to build a season around, like, just whatever random stuff doesn't get canceled. I want something I can, like, sink my teeth into, and recently that has been, well, right now it's doing a grand tour on the trainer, which, you know, Alan's a runner. Alan, you're much crazier than I am. I don't know if I can do that. All right, this, I believe, is a climb proper. 10 km, like I thought. This is the Tourmalet. Been in the Tour de France like 97 times. Lots of famous wins. Fausto Coppi in 50-something, 8. Had a stage win that went up and down this. Yeah, Alan. David, I've been in a bunch of bands. I was in a couple of hardcore punk bands with Corey. I'm currently in a, I don't know, new wave sort of post-punky band called Seriously. Hardcore bands are called Deism and Laughing Sword, respectively. So that is, if you ever wondered why I don't have that like terrible rights-free music on my streams, it's because I don't like that stuff. And I don't want to, I don't want to be pumping stuff that I wouldn't actually listen to. And to be honest, it annoys me a little bit when I turn on someone else's stream and then I have to listen to their music to hear them talk. So, I don't know. Choose your own adventure. Get on Spotify right now. Put on whatever you want. Turn it way down. I've got Broken Social Scene in my head right now. I got a playlist that I hope will keep me pumping out a pretty reasonable tempo. So the goal here, I weighed in at 61 kg on the dot before this. Sweet. Yeah, hit me up on Facebook, David. He said he wants to talk music, trade music. Yeah, hit me up. Listening to You Forgot It in People. Yeah, You Forgot It in People. Broken Social Scene right now. This playlist basically has a lot of mid-tempo stuff from the early aughts. I'm hoping that's going to keep me pushing out 270, which 61 kg. Goal is to do about 4.5 watts a kilo all the way up the climb. We'll see. I don't know if I've ever done more than an hour of sweet spot. So yeah, Alan agreed. Early aughts were a good era of music, for sure. I have some embarrassing stuff on this playlist too. Bad Religion, I don't know if you'd call that embarrassing, but certainly not in vogue right now. But I'll be damned if No Control doesn't make me pedal faster. Pretty much anything on the Tony Hawk 1 or 2 soundtrack. I think I have like a video game association where like I'm looking at a 3D rendering of a little dude and I want to be hearing Dead Kennedys or Rage Against the Machine, something like that. Something slightly corny and political from the 90s. Looks like it's about to kick way up, so try to lock it in around 270 once we hit this steep bit. Alan, I'm on a kinetic rock and roll trainer, not using that for power. I'm getting power off of the Asioma Duos, which I did calibrate 10 minutes before I jumped on here. Always calibrate before a race. Like I said, I weighed in before the race, 61 kg. I'm getting power and cadence off the Asioma Duos. And the trainer is only paired up for resistance. Although I will say, I've done some dual recording. The trainer is normally within 2 or 3%, even, you know. All right, it looks like it's me and Drader now. settling in. Typical diet ranges pretty hard, cycling fan. My breakfast is very consistent. I very often do oatmeal, double serving, fruit, probably some berries, cut up a banana into the oatmeal, and then something with some protein. Trying to get away from meat for the most part, but still do turkey bacon sometimes. Maybe an egg or two. And that's really so that my stomach knows what we're getting into on a race day. Like, I know that works for me. My body knows it's coming. Lunch really varies based on whether I'm working out, what kind of ride I got coming later. But basically what varies is if I'm doing a longer or harder ride after work, I'll eat more carbs at lunch. I'm a big fan of a bagel sandwich of some kind at lunch. Bagel, a lot of people would say like, oh, it's gonna make you fat, but I don't know, if you ride 2 hours every day and you have a really fast metabolism, you need that bagel. So just depends. Like, I'm not trying to lose weight. If anything, other than these gigantic climbs, I could probably stand to put on 3-4 pounds, get my raw watts up a little bit. Oh yeah, Billy, X is awesome. Billy asked if I listen to the band X. Yeah, I like a lot of that, like, sort of weirder punk stuff. Like, X is punk, but it's not all straightforward power chords. Alan, I've got a true early aughts deep cut for you here. I am listening to Bear vs. Shark now, which Michigan band famously came through Alabama one time, ripped it up at Cave 9. Listening to their first full length, Right Now You're in the Best of Hands. Looks like it's about to kick up even more from this. So I think at some point this climb starts switchbacking, and looks pretty cool on RGT when it does that. Generates these huge cliffs and stuff. This is like a completely procedurally generated course. So someone just took a GPS file from a ride up the Tourmalet, and the computer follows the road, makes the road, and then just plops the scenery down. But they've really upped the game on it with like spectators and banners. Once we get up higher, you'll see goats and stuff. Pretty awesome. All right, this may be the point I have to shut up and focus on my breathing. Later, Garza, thanks. Right now that 280 zone feels pretty good. Yo, appreciate the subscribe. I will say, when this is over, I'll be doing stuff other than just a live stream on RGT every single day. But I'm fully in it for this Vive la France. I don't know this Zan person. They might have this. I don't know. I really have to settle into my own pace here. This is 100% me. Disregard everybody else. I'm right on the wheel and I'm only saving 8 watts. So, I don't think so, Billy. Should I have? Maybe I just haven't noticed them in this front group. Please tell me if that's like a pro Conti rider or former Olympian or something. Some of the other random guys. I will say if this is your first one, this is not a great representation of RGT racing in terms of the tactics and stuff, because we're just going straight up a mountain. It's more dynamic when there's more drafting, for sure. But it is a really cool use of the Magic Roads feature. Yeah, Ned, this is too much climbing. Agreed. Even for me. It's basically all climbing today. But we're gonna get it done. Grand Tour on the trainer. Phone is going nuts right now. Need all the group chats to shut it. This is the only chat I want to be watching. Hey, Winter. I'll still take a ride on even though it's RGT. I appreciate the sentiment. Try to hold it pretty high until this next flat bit. Looks like stage profile's right above me. It's really accurate on RGT, so you can actually tell where it's going to flatten out, which is nice. This is halfway. Elevation on this one is, I want to say 2,000 meters. So, for reference, Vin Topon's lift, the Vin 2 climb, is 1,600. So this is like about 20% more, 25% more. So yeah, just the biggest climb on Zwift. plus 25%. Get on the wheel for this flat part. Yeah, Billy says if you're a rider who's riding tomorrow, who's watching me now, like and subscribe. I'm out here doing this course preview content for the people. First goats. That's how you know we're on the mountain. If it goes over 8, I'll probably have to stand. I think the plan tomorrow may actually be sort of a build your own rest day and then hit the fastest time on stage 9. So that'll make it about almost 48 hours between this and stage 9. Then I'll flip back to the first time for stage 10. So that'll be more like a normal 24-hour window pretty much. I'm kind of moneyballing it. All right, let's stand up. 9%. Got New Order in the headphones. It's good standing up and grinding music. Goat, what's up, dog? Let's keep it strong up this steep bit. Flattens back out, I'll back off a little. I'm gonna try to go a little harder on the really steep stuff. I should have said this earlier. Alan, who was in the chat, is I believe he works in the power industry, the power meter industry. So, hook me up, dog. Gladly be a sponsored e-racer. All right, let's try and rest around 250. Stand up on the next steep part. So I do better like that with a sort of variable pacing. So that's how I'm gonna play it. Thanks, Trader. Stay in it, man. little too fast on that corner. All right. Steep bit. First part of this course was a little boring, but I gotta say, looks good. Ooh, 11. Ugh. Just me in the mountain. Yeah, I gotta say, big ups to anyone who finishes this stage. Literally no easy way to do it. Yeah, Winter, I'm actually, even though I'm built like this, I'm a better rider on short, punchy climbs. I just don't really do efforts like this very much. Yeah, Deadly, it's been a weird tour so far. I gotta say it again though. Love the Wout Van Aert stage win. So Winter, we're actually doing the Alp on RGT stage 20. This is almost double Alpe d'Huez. Might even be double the elevation gain. I'm gonna back off for this hairpin. I don't want to waste anything. I haven't had to think much about the braking today. And let's get back in it. I'm gonna stand up on the steep thing. feeling a little bit of a side stitch, so I'm gonna really focus on breathing. Yeah, Deadly, I would love to see Van der Poel, Van Aert, Tour de France stage battles. I think Wout may be stronger right now. I think Van der Poel maybe let up on the training a touch during lockdown. Looks like it gets even steeper. Drader's holding really strong at 175. Props to him. Hey, green screen's still good. And it's dark outside. That's good. Whew. All right. 275. That's the goal. Lock it in. I do wish it had 5-second power smoothing. I'm on 3 seconds right now. It's still a little hard to manage. Also, in-game lap power would be sick. David, I hope I am. It's really hard because it's like, I always feel like I could be going a little harder than I am at this moment. But I know that I'm also only halfway up this climb. The steepest part is at the top. So trying to keep that in mind. Pace a little conservatively, because if you blow before that section at the top and then crawl up it, you're going to lose a lot. I think you can see it in the distance. The game wouldn't be rendering it if we weren't going there. I'm going to be interested to see at the end of this how much weight I've lost with fluid. I feel like you guys are probably not fully seeing it, but I've got a stream of sweat pouring off of me. Also, Winter, really cool you got on RGT today. If you get in the Facebook group, somebody can help you with that Training Peaks workout. I haven't done that. I'm a trainer roadman when it comes to workouts. Although right now, this is plenty. I should have stayed standing. Still 10. Kind of trying to stand up when the gradient goes over 8%, and also go closer to 300 when it's over 8, and closer to 250 or less when it's like 5 or below, 6 or below. Being a really punchy rider, that's just how I'm going to get the best overall performance out of myself. Never say never, Billy. I could always blow up. He says I'm going to be the first one there. I think this climb, especially, and this has happened in the tour, fully possible to attack too hard, blow yourself up, and go way backwards. Hopefully, because I'm minding the numbers very closely, that will not happen to me. But who knows? Yeah, Akshay, I was exactly 61 when I got on the trainer today. When I got on the scale before, I mean. I'm gonna weigh myself after. I would imagine I'll be down at like 60.2. Something like 132 pounds. Whew. Yeah, those cliffs in the distance, that's where we're going. That's where the finish is. Yeah, Billy, I'll get up into the mid 170s at the top. Don't you worry. I gotta get my head back in the game. Losing my pacing. 275. That should be about 4.5 watts a kilo, hopefully, for the full climb. Average, again, not steady. Just glancing back there. What about, how about this view? I don't know. Thanks for the reminder, Billy. I'm trying. I need to finish off this whole bottle of scratch. Loving this part of the course. Cliffs look really good. Again, for being like randomly generated on the fly. Pretty cool. Oh man, I think, so we're 2/3 of the way in terms of KMs, but we're only halfway in terms of meters climbed, which I believe means the last 2 or 3 kilometers are going to be really steep. Ooh, 13, all right. Little kicker there. Definitely felt the sting on that one. Yeah, Ned, I do too. Another thing I like is the bottom of the climb, there's a road sign with the average grade, which again, pretty impressive for procedurally generated. Okay, 1600 total. For some reason I had it in my mind, Von 2 was 16, and this is 2000. I think it's that Von 2 is 12, and this is 16. Thank you for the correction, Blair. That is permission to smash, sir. I was gonna say, 1,000 meters in 7K would be brutal. It's gonna be brutal regardless. Looks like we got another set of steep switchbacky stuff coming up there. I bet that's the final push. Billboard's cool. Time for ice sock number 2. Ice sock number 1 is in the hat for extra luft. Yeah, Blair, I saw that. Looks like the last 3K is like 10%. This is the first double ice sock stage. That's how our rate climbs. It's not like third category, second category, worst category. It's how many ice socks do I need. And this one is maxed out. Lock it in right up 275. Billy, I think my heart rate is also not telling the full story anymore. As you get deeper into these things, your heart rate variability is less, which means that it doesn't get as low or as high. It's kind of stuck in the middle. And 8 stages in, that's about where I am. I think every single day, Strava has told me this is harder than your usual activity, or whatever it says. At what point will I realize this is my life now? I just do a capacitative effort every day. Try and get some lower back muscles in here. Yeah, winner, that's it. Exhausted heart. So, for that reason, trying to go more on feel. Hey, there's my name. Trying to go more on feel and numbers. Kind of manage those two, like what I think I should be able to do, and then how it feels when I settle in. And again, the 275 right here feels doable. It sucks. Feels doable. Maybe go a little harder on this 10%. Let's bump it up. Yeah, thanks to everybody sticking with this. Appreciate it. Definitely helps my motivation. Yeah, Dan, for sure. Can't expect Magic Roads to do everything, but I think they're going to keep adding to it more assets, more abilities. Coming from basically roads in a void, I'm very happy with this. And honestly, when I was racing Jasper and Deca back on Magic Roads 1, it was very rare that I would think about the lack of scenery. So this is like a nice bonus for me. And it's really cool to be able to race on at least the profile of all these iconic courses. Is that Zach Rader? Rader Cycling? I think that's my teammate, Zach Rader. Yeah. What's up, Rader? Rader, I need you to jump back in here in Domestique for me on the hilly days. Rader's a healthcare professional, so he knows about heart rates and stuff. Rader also had a really good time on those first couple of stages, and then had a Apple app error. Whew. Okay, little flat section. Gonna settle in a little lower. Sweet. Yo, you guys in the stream, Rader's my teammate in real life. Team Shift. Very strong diesel on the flats for sure. So maybe I'll see if I can pull Discord chat into that audio. You guys can hear us both. We'll do some scheming, some tactics. All right, steep part. When this goes over 5, sorry, this goes over 8, I'm gonna try to do over 280. Looks like this left-hander. Perfect song here. Luckily they haven't got the wind on here yet, Dan. Not yet. All right, 300 or better. Let's try and do it. Sweet, David. Welcome to Team Shift. Almost to the knuckle. $300 or better until it's under 10. Let's do it. Ooh. All right, back to sweet spot. Thanks, David. And I like the sound of crane train. Yeah, I told you, Zach. It don't go no higher. Not anymore. It was doing like 180, and 175, and 170. I bet if I did a VO2 max effort, I'd get it up over 170. I bet we're going around and up that cliff right there. All right, last 3K. Let's try and lock it in. 275, 280. Thanks, winner. We're almost there. Thanks. That's a good style. This wall does not bode well. Yo, who do y'all think is the most stylish cyclist? Drop it in the chat. All right, here's the steep part. I'll say Fausto Copy. Gotta be up there. Much panache. Raider, true. Williams Brothers, very cool. I gotta say, currently, wow. Yeah, Lamond, for sure. Have y'all seen Lamond is launching a new brand? Design looks good. Oh, Lord. Just get steeper. I feel like Fignan's glasses are back now. Everybody's rocking those Fignan style wire frames now. Feels cool to put a red kite on a tin uphill. Like maybe it doesn't matter so much that it's the last K, but it's still gonna be, Jesus, I don't know, 10 minutes? I think I see the top, on the map at least. I'm really trying to leave it all out there. Went to their full 1K back. Says it. Oh, 15 for a second there. What up, Murphy? Legs are toast. So toast. Ah. Peak is the finish. Oh, monster side stitch. Well, all right, let's see. See what I did. 270. That's 263 for the whole thing, which I'm assuming means I did I'll have to break out. You know what? Let me get on the Strava for it right here. And see if it. Hopefully my Strava will. Ooh. Yeah, keep it up, Blair. Beadrader is still out there. All right, y'all. That's the time to be for the Tourmalet on RGT. Thanks to the people who subscribed. Appreciate everybody sticking with me. Blair, keep at it. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, my power curve is like, it's like a U. I got a pretty good 20 and a pretty good 15. It's cyclocross, man. It's being light and it's cyclocross. I was hoping my maybe a little if I hit close here. I was hoping my Strava would ping me and then I could look what my power was just up the climb. Hasn't happened yet. So Murphy, we gotta get you out here. We gotta get Zach out here. We gotta get Daly, and then we gotta rip it on some of these non-GC days. Do some tactics, some tomfoolery. Really hope that pops up on my Strava. Hope I didn't like undo it. I can upload the fit file. Anyway, yo, I will not be on this time slot tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to, I think, probably, I mean, keep your eyes peeled. This could change, but plan is I'm going to swap to the latest time slot, race the fastest guys. So that'll actually be closer to 48 hours from now. And then Monday's the rest day. Oh, what's up, Alex Delilius? Thanks, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah, so that'll be, Monday is the rest day, but I'll actually be racing the next stage Monday night. Thanks, y'all. I'm gonna go eat an Impossible Whopper, take a bath, finish this tub of gummies. Later.